been struggling to score goals, but how dangerous is a team like this?
Well, it's a hard-working team, and they play a hard game, and especially in this building. They come at you, and not a lot of time, not a lot of space, and they play a tight check-and type of game anyway. So it's we got to be ready for them to. They're going to try to fund and put everything at the net. They go to the net hard as anybody in the league. So expect a real hard type of game, and we thought the same way with San Jose, and we saw that. That's exactly what happened. And we realize it's going to be a real comparable game this year tonight.
Two of the best possession teams in the league head-to-head tonight. What's it going to take to really control the pace of the game?
I'd make them play in their own end. If they can't, advance the puck, get through the middle of the ice, make their D turn as best as possible, and try to keep the puck ahead of you. But it's a team that attacks well, and they're simple in their game, but they just like to put pucks at the net, and knowing that when we are in our end, we're going to have to defend and be ready to do a good job of it.
Was it a maintenance morning again for us?
Yeah.
Do you worry about him going Olympic just this time off, that he maybe one of those guys would benefit for a few weeks off?
No, he's fine. No, I don't think it's an issue at all.
Roosevelt, your sixth defenseman in?
Could be.
So how delicate is it, I guess, to handle players' ice time with Olympics coming up, and some guys are going to have time off, and probably the team isn't playing as well as you'd like? I mean, can you go full throttle, or how much of a challenge is that for you?
I think every game, we're playing to win that game. You're aware of what's coming down the pipe, no matter if they're going or not. And I don't think that's differentiating or making our minds change going into ice time, or who's going to play with who, or how much they're going to play. And it's more dictated by the way the game is. And we've had a good trip here as far as how we played. Played the right way. As we come out of it, I'll be a little bit more concerned on where the guys that played over there, where they're at, as far as their energy and their, how much their emotion part of the game. So we'll measure that more so on the other side of it. But these 3 games we got, kind of like this whole road trip there, we're playing to win one game at a time, and I think everything else will take care of itself.
The whole since January 1 stretch, which wasn't obviously as good as before then. Can you put that in the perspective of the whole season as a coach? I'm saying, do you feel like that's a sign that maybe this team isn't what you thought, or do you just feel it's a typical lull of a really good team that's had a hot start, or what's the best way to kind of put it in perspective?
I would say that's all part of the regular season, that you're learning through stretches. I don't think we anticipated that we're going to go at that stretch or rate for 82 games. And whether it gets your attention or you learn from it, but I think that the league and the division we're in is the best in the game, and it wasn't like our play deteriorated to a different level, which was concerning. I just thought that certain elements of our game were clicking earlier on in the year, and maybe the month of January ordinary, but not terrible.
But are you kind of watching to see when it'll kick in again, and you figure March, whatever?
We like the way we played right now, and obviously when we come out of the Olympic break, that's a different type of an assessment. But we feel right now our game's okay, and we're not complaining.
And just one other thing on that, the fact that you've won 2 cups, how much does that give, I guess, confidence, that you've done this before, and not only the players who have been through that, but knowing that you're kind of at the controls, I guess, that this is something that you've done before, gone through the ups and downs.
We've played a lot of big games as a team, and the individuals have been in bigger games outside our stage as well. So I'd say with the several Olympians that are going, they can learn from their experience as well, can help us out as a team. But whether it was in 2010 coming back from the Olympics this year, I think we all know when coming down to that stretch run, and once you get into that next season, it's a whole different animal. And I don't think we can rely on too much except what we can do together as a team. We do have some past experience, but it's what we have to do now. And I think that's what we have to prove, and that'll be our challenge.
Bickle talked about it being more mental than physical at this point. Is there anything you can do as a coach to help them overcome that mental certainty?
Well, you try to instill some confidence in them, knowing that try to keep it simple, but try to get every shift build on it, taking baby steps with us, doing the right things, and the more little things that you do right, shift in, shift out, they add up over the course of the game, and I think that's what happened.
I think Perry's the one guy with the eligible probably goes back down. Have you guys talked about whether you maybe go back down?
I'm not sure exactly how that will play out. I'm not sure exactly the rules about being up here and then during that